I'm super excited to be at Access Conference 2025. I've lost track of how many times I've preached at the Life Church at this point. I don't even think I'm a guest speaker no more. You can just put me on payroll, Pastor John. I'm part of the team. And it is part of our culture to honor. Honor is very important. And so Pastor John, Pastor Leslie, we honor you. We love you. Thank you so much. I had no idea, I think maybe 4 years ago, I had no idea that when Pastor Wayne Francis threw me in a group chat with Pastor Parker and said, there's a youth conference in Memphis, Tennessee, and he wants you to come speak. I had no idea that I was gonna become family. And I love you guys so much. And y'all didn't know Pastor John and Pastor Leslie had a black son. I'm it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it happened, but I came out chocolate. You know what I'm saying? And so I love you from the bottom of my heart. Me and Tia love you guys. Come on, can we honor the senior pastors, founding pastors of this awesome church? We love you so much. And I'm glad I get to preach. I'm super excited. They pulled me out of retirement to talk to young people, you know what I'm saying? My knee be clicking, I'm like almost 40, you know? I'm old, you know what I'm saying? But I put on the cool shirt that they gave me. They gave me this cool shirt, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's giving young, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we love it, we love to see it, okay? Okay, come on. If you got a Bible, let's go to the book of John. If you got a Bible, let's go to the book of John. I've got a word that I think is going to challenge you. I think I'm going to step on your toes, but hopefully you leave tonight believing anything is possible. Anything is possible. I don't just want that to be a slogan on a sweatshirt. I don't just want that to be the theme. I want us to leave with that in our spirit, that anything is possible, that transformation is possible. Ooh, can I preach before I preach? Sometimes when we think about anything is possible, we think anything is possible so God can provide money for bills that need to be paid. Anything is possible so he can cure cancer. Anything is possible so God can split the Red Sea or kill the army of Egypt behind me. But here we go. Can I challenge this? Anything is possible. You can repent. Anything is possible, your mind can be transformed. Anything is possible. Anything is possible doesn't just mean God can do anything. We know that. Anything is possible means I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. What good is it to worship a God that can do anything, but I'm stuck in possibility? I don't want to be stuck in possibility when God exists in impossibility. Therefore, I'm declaring tonight, I'm not going to be the old me. I'm going to step into a new me. I can put on a new mind. I can have a new attitude. I'm going to go into this new school year a new creation because anything is possible. If anything is possible, then I don't have to be the old me. I don't have to be who my grandparents were or who my parents were. I don't have to be stuck. No, anything is possible. So if anything is possible, I may as well get busy transforming who I am. If anything is possible, I can rebuild me from the inside out. If anything is possible, I can go from being a doubter to a believer. If anything is possible, I can finally break up with that dude and stay broken up. If anything is possible, I can finally forgive my dad. If anything is possible, see, it's easy to just make it anything is possible. God, you go ahead and do a miracle. You want to know what's hard? Anything is possible, therefore I can step into impossibility. And I no longer have to be stuck. Come on, let's go to the book of John. Come on, we love the Bible, so let's go to the book of John. We're going to go to John chapter 5. We're going to go to John chapter 5. And I'm super pumped. And I'm excited. I'm excited because I love the Bible. John chapter 5. Who's got a physical Bible? Come on. Note takers or history makers. Let's go. Who's got a notebook and a Bible? There we go. Let's go. I see notebooks and Bibles all over the place. Let's go. Let's go. John chapter 5. Do we have it up on the screen? John chapter 5. We're going to start reading in verse 1. It says this. If there's a word that I don't say, you can say the word that I don't say. It says sometime Jesus went up to for one of the Jewish festivals. Now there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a, come on, say it like you mean it, a, which in Aramaic is called Bethesda. Nah, I took the hard word, come on. I wasn't about to give you the hard word, come on. I got you. Bethesda, in which is surrounded by 5 in the Bible is the number of grace. So this story is all about grace. 5 covered colonnades. Here, a great number of disabled people used to lie. Here we go. The Bible is going to tell us that these disabled people are in 3 distinct categories. First category, the. Okay, second category, the. And the third category, the. Before we keep reading, I want to just alert you to the fact that the enemy wants your issue to become your insecurity, and he wants your insecurity to become your identity, because he wants you to begin to make all of your relational decisions based on who you aren't, not who you are. So the enemy wants all the blind people to be congregated together. The enemy don't want blind people hanging out with people who can see. He wants the blind people hanging out with the blind people. The lame people hanging out with the lame people. The paralyzed people hanging out with the paralyzed people. I need you to see this. The pool is segregated based on your issue, your problem, and your dysfunction. Okay, here we go. Let me say it. Here we go. You want to know what's crazy? I was a youth pastor for 10 years. 10. I served my time. I did my bid. I got out of there. Okay, 10 years. You want to know what always blew my mind? All the kids that smoked weed found each other. How did all the weed smoking kids find each other? Oh, y'all don't know what weed is? Y'all don't do? Pastor, what is thou sweetest? All the gossiping kids found each other. I was a young adult pastor for a little while too. Ooh, that was rough. All the church hurt young adults all found each other. How y'all find each other? How? Because here we go. If the enemy can't keep you from being in church, he'll just segregate you into a pool at church so that you never actually get healed, but you only hang out with people who act like you and look like you and talk like you and struggle with the thing you struggle with and have the same thorn in their flesh that you do. So here we go. I need you to see this. As long as the enemy can keep all the blind people together, nobody can get healed of blindness. As long as the enemy can keep all the lame people together, ain't nobody gonna walk. As long as he can keep all the paralyzed people together, then they'll always be paralyzed. The thing that used to shock me when I was a youth pastor is 2 insecure teenagers thought that by dating each other that they would solve their insecurities. 2 insecure teenagers dating each other doesn't solve anybody's insecurities. That's like 2 blind people trying to cross the street together. Everybody gonna get hit. But that's what the enemy does, doesn't he? He can't keep you from church, but he'll keep you at the pool while you're at church. So all the blind people are with each other. All the lame people are with each other. All the paralyzed people are with each other. And then you start saying stuff like this. I mean, I don't know, Pastor Manny. I just don't fit in with them. And you think you're saying something about them. You didn't tell me nothing about them. You just told me something about you. You told me a lot. You didn't tell me about them. You told me how you see you. So when I started asking questions like, why do you don't sit in the front? I don't know, Pat, that ain't for me. Okay, cool. So that means the enemy couldn't stop you from being in here, but he'll just distract you the whole time you're in here and keep you congregated with a group of people who actually don't have the power to help you to be what God actually wants you to be. Blind, lame, paralyzed. Let's keep reading. Come on, we just reading the Bible. Let's keep reading. One who was there had been an invalid for 38 years. That means he's paralyzed. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned, I could preach a whole sermon on the humanity of Jesus, but I'm not going to do that. Jesus learned. Ooh. The one who's omniscient learned. Ooh. If Jesus could learn and you 14 and you can't, if the one who made the stars ain't a know-it-all, but you are. Learned. If he could submit to his father, Joseph, when he's already debating with rabbis at the age of 12, but you can't do what your parents tell you to do, and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time. He asked him, do you to get, I like that. Do you to get, Jesus acknowledges anything is possible. I could heal you in the blink of an eye and you can walk. Me helping you walk, very, very easy. But I may ruin your whole life by performing the miraculous if it's not actually what you want. So before I heal you, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you to get well? Because there's consequences to being healed. Let's start with this. You've been begging for money for 38 years. The pool, I've been to Israel, this pool is situated in such a place to garner the most pity from people passing by. So people had to go down this road that the pool was on to get to the temple. So this man had the greatest opportunity for handouts being at this pool. So for 38 years, he ain't had a job. No manager, no boss, no uniform, no job. No responsibilities, no job. Here's what Jesus knows. If I heal you, you're not gonna be able to hang out at the pool no more. Which means you may not like being healed. Because if you get healed, you can't blame nobody no more. If you get healed, you have to take responsibility. So Jesus says, anything's possible, but this healing don't come with no refund policy. And before I jack up your whole comfort zone, I just want to make sure that we're clear on the fine print. Are you sure? Because I think you like being broken. Because as long as you're broken, you can get pity. But I've learned a long time ago that you cannot get pity and power from the same source at the same time. So the moment your youth pastor pities you, they can't empower you. And you've decided to be a victim and you actually want pity. So you want everybody to pity you. You done told the whole youth group your sad story. And every time people empower you, like, you should probably forgive. You're like, but what you don't understand, Pastor, no, I don't understand. Do you want to be healed? Here we go. I'm going to say it to this side. Here we go. It's like this. How can I say it? Okay, here we go. If you come to Access 2025 and you actually get healed of your daddy wounds, you won't have nothing to blame or nobody to blame for why you still date stupid people. Because every time you start a new relationship with a new stupid person, and your youth pastor's like, now you do realize that this is a new person, but you done dated the same dude 4 times in a row? You've dated a new version of the same dude. Every dude, baby, you got a type. He's stupid. And if you got healed, you wouldn't be able to blame your daddy who was an alcoholic if you got healed. So we actually don't want to get healed. So Jesus asked the question, do you want to get well? Or you like being stuck? Or have you made so many friends at the pool? I was a youth pastor for 10 years, and here was the biggest red flag. When I would ask young people about who they was dating, it's like, so you like him? Which was code for, you sure? Be like, you like him? Like, oh my God, Pastor Manny, yeah, like, I love him. Oh my gosh, he pigeon-toed. Pastor Manny, I love him, for real. I'd be like, for real? You like him? For real? And without fail, girls used to say this. I'd be like, why? He'd be like, he just gets me. Gets you? You want to be with somebody who gets you? Maybe he gets you because your daddy's terrible and his daddy's terrible, so he gets you. Maybe, just maybe, y'all not in love. Maybe y'all trauma bonded. Maybe it's a terrible thing that he gets you. That's the bar? He gets you? Let's try this one. He challenges you. Let's try this one. He confronts you about areas of your life that are broken. Let's try this one. He impresses you. Let's try this one. He prays for you. He gets me. That's not good. He gets you because y'all both broken. Jesus, very, very important question. Do you want to get well? Because you can be at the right place for healing. Because they believed that the pool was kind of magical, that an angel would come down and dip their finger in the pool, and the first person to get into the pool would get healed. So you could be in the right place, but your heart not have the right posture. So you could fool everybody else. Do you want to get healed? I'm at the pool, right? But you could be in the same youth group for 5 years and not change at all, because anything is possible, but changing you is the hardest miracle that could ever happen. And I'm tired of us believing God for cancer to be healed, but the hardness of your heart never gets dealt with. Do you want to get well? Because you can convince everybody else, but you cannot fool Jesus. Jesus rose up and asked a very hard question. You want to get well? Now, I don't know about you, but have you ever asked somebody a simple yes or no question? How you doing? Good. And then 20 minutes later, you're like, whoa. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, homie. I was just asking how you was doing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't actually care. You know what I'm saying? No. Sorry. Do you want to get well? Listen to the man's response. Go ahead, put it on the screens. Look at the man's response. Sir, I have no one. I have no one. I have no one to help me in a pool. I have nobody to help me. My coaches don't like me, and my teachers don't like me, and nobody likes me. I have no one to help me. I have no one to help me in the pool. when the water is stirred, while I'm trying to get in here, somebody else goes down ahead of me. It's everybody else's fault. It's their fault. And I don't fit in with them. And they don't like me. Did you do your devotion? No. Did you ask someone for a ride? No. So are we youth leaders or babysitters? And no one help me. Ew, Paul. I need you to get this. Do you see these words? I have to. Well, go figure, bruh. Of course you ain't got nobody to help you. You chose to be at a pool with a bunch of people who can't help you. Did nobody choose these friends for you? You chose these friends. You chose these friends because your issue became your insecurity, and your insecurity became your identity. So now you're stuck at a pool with a circle of people who can't help you become who God wants you to be. So now you are stuck living based on your problem instead of your potential. Because you didn't choose friends based on your potential. You chose friends based on your problem. Because you let your problem become your identity. Pastor, you're doing a good job. 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 Pastor, you're doing a good. I know, I'm stepping on your toes, I know. Here we go. Here we go. I wish I could teleport back in time. I wish I could get into a little time machine and teleport back in time. I would talk to this dude. I would interrupt the whole conversation. Time out! Bruh, you're not the only paralyzed guy in the Bible. I'd be like, run it back, homie. You're not the only paralyzed guy in the New Testament. You're not the only paralyzed guy that Jesus heals. There was another paralyzed guy who was eligible to be at the pool with you, but he was wiser than you. And instead of being at a pool where everybody got me and understood me and could empathize with me, by the way, your generation has created an idol out of empathy. So if you don't get me, you can't tell me the truth. That is crazy. He who was without sin became sin and is your high priest. Jesus ain't never sinned. So you telling me Jesus can't give you advice? You telling me that I've got to walk a mile in your shoes in order to tell you something? That is absolutely ridiculous. There are white people that have blessed me. They don't need to be black in order to tell me the truth. They don't need to be male in order to tell me the truth. What are we talking about? I wish I could teleport back in time. I'd be like, brother, there was another paralyzed guy. Instead of being at the pool where everybody around him was just like him, he chose to be triggered. Do you know how triggering it is to be the only dude in the crew who cannot walk and all four of your friends can walk? Because there's another paralyzed dude, legs don't work. Out of order. Don't work. But one day his friends got tired of him laying on the floor. So they carried him to a house where Jesus was healing people. And they were so adamant that their friend get free that they climbed up on the roof of the house, ripped open the roof, lowered the paralyzed man in, and the Bible says when Jesus saw their faith, not the man's faith, but the friend's faith, that when Jesus saw the faith of the friends who had brought him there, Jesus says, on account of these these 4 dudes who had the audacity to pick you up and bring you here, I'm going to forgive your sins and heal you because of the faith of your friends. Can you, do you know how hard it is? When you know you could go to the pool and fit in with everybody. To choose to have 4 friends, 4 homies who can all walk. Johnny running again, dang. Dang, they playing soccer today, dang. You know how hard it is? Let me say it this way. Do you know how confident you have to be? You have to not let your issue be your identity in order to be the only paralyzed dude in a group of people. And everybody else can walk, but you can't. But what that paralyzed man understands is the law of 4 and 5. If I got 4 friends who can walk, I'm gonna be the 5th. If I got 4 friends who are living for purity and they not having sex till they married, I'm gonna be the 5th. If I got 4 friends who read their Bible every day, I'm gonna be the 5th. If I got 4 friends who are all saving their money and they learn how to tithe, I'm gonna be the 5th. If I got 4 friends who are disciplined, I'm gonna be the 5th. If I got 4 friends who know how to respect women, I'm gonna be the 5th. If I got 4 friends who are on fire for Jesus, I'm gonna be the 5th. So I love this. Jesus rose up. Do you wanna get healed? I ain't got nobody to help me. Of course you don't. And here we go. Anything is possible. So Jesus then says, get up. Take your mat and go. That's socially awkward. To tell a paralyzed man to get up. It's some next level kind of stuff, yo. Like, there's a couple things we just shouldn't say. Get up to people who can't walk is like on the list. It's like, hey, Jesus, read the room. Read the room, Jesus. You know. Get up. Get up. But here we go. We live in a culture of get down. Unless you've been through what I've been through, you don't have the authority to tell me how to live my life. We live in a culture of until someone gets down with you. We don't serve the gospel of get down. We operate based on the gospel of anything is possible. Therefore, I will surround myself with people who demand that I get up. When I'm stuck in depression, I need some people that point at me and say, go ahead and get up. You've been down too long. I dare you to give God praise. You've been stuck too long. I dare you to exercise some faith. You've been in this mountain, you've been in this valley for way too long. I command you to get up. You need some people in your life who don't just get down with you, but that command you to get up. I love this. Because up until this point, this dude been struggling. Like, think about it. His whole conversation with Jesus, he has not said an impressive thing yet. My man is just the epitome of just digging himself deeper and deeper into a ditch. Every time he talks, it's like, oh, just stop talking. But I love this because God knows how to take the worst of the worst. Oh, God knows how to take the broken, the confused, the hurting. God knows how to take the disillusioned. God knows how to take all kinds of people from all different kinds of walk. And get this, he doesn't just leave the man based on what he's eligible for because of his faith. Remember I told you the stories about grace? The man doesn't even deserve what's about to happen next. But Jesus goes, anything is possible. And teaching you how to walk or healing your legs is very easy. So Jesus makes sure he has an extended conversation with the man, because the goal is not just to heal the man's legs, it's to change his mind. Why does Jesus not touch the man or lay hands on the man? Most of the times in the Bible, the way that Jesus heals people is by laying hands. But the reason that Jesus doesn't give the man a hand is because the man's been looking for a handout his whole life. And Jesus is not about to rob him of an opportunity to take control of his own life. That God is looking for people who are willing participants in a miracle. So often when we say anything is possible, it's, all right, I'm gonna sit back and watch Jesus do it. But he's not a genie, he's your God. So he's not just gonna bippity boppity boo you into your best life now. No, he's gonna stand there and say, get up. Get up out of confusion. Get up out of depression. Get up out of gender confusion and gender fluid and all this gender. Get up, get out of that. Get up, get out of that toxic relationship. Get out of victim mentality. Get up and get out of that. That's not what I've called you to. Here we go. How is it that Jesus can command a man who can't walk to walk? It's actually pretty simple. Because Jesus never saw the man based on his issue or his insecurity. And for Jesus, none of that was his identity. Jesus didn't see the man based on his problem. He saw the man based on his possibility. And anything is possible. And maybe, just maybe, there's a God who knows more about you than you know about you. So the God who knit you together in your mother's womb comes into your life, and you think that you're just a victim. But God says, you don't even know who you are yet. You don't even know the potential that lies on the inside of you. There's possibility in you. There's greatness in you. There's potential in you. You don't know you. Go on and get up. I don't see a paralyzed man when I see you. I see somebody who knows how to walk in power. I see somebody who knows how to walk in possibility. Because anything is possible when I believe what he says about me. He's not done with me yet.